You're live? Yeah, you're there.
Yeah, back again. We've had a power cut, so we're trying Jean's phone to get a link, but the reception on the mobile phone here is very poor. So I think we are live, are we now?
Yeah. No one is watching yet.
No.
Mm.
Well, that's all right. Spartan's up and about, so he may be coming. And we've nothing really to talk about other than we're waiting for this typhoon to hit. And it's very quiet at the minute. We keep getting bursts of rain, but not a great deal of wind. But you see, even though there's nobody watching, it's live, and it will be on the channel.
Mm.
So the first one will be on, that short one, and then this one, if it fares any better. And we can just sit here, we don't have to say anything, and wait and see what happens. I was saying just before, Spartan was talking about rain. So we're going to get about 10 inches of rain. And when they put this new road in down the bottom, they just cut away the bank on the left-hand side going down the mountain. They've undermined all the tree roots. So either with the wind or with heavy rain, all them trees are going to come down. The bank's going to slip. I mean, it's slipped now. Half the road's blocked with the landslide. It's going to be completely blocked, would you imagine, with this storm coming through. So there's certainly going to be inconvenience for a good few days, I would think. Hopefully, not too many people will lose their lives with it. There will be quite a few. Look, you were saying that last one that came through 3 years ago, some island, there was thousands of people.
No, that was 2013.
2013.
Yeah, that was Yolanda. That's a different one.
Yeah. How many people were killed on that island?
Many. Because the jail was being caught by a tsunami or something like
Yeah, there's a jail, and the tsunami came across, wiped them all out, to evacuate the jail. Down in Compostela, I was saying on the video I've uploaded, the emergency services were evacuating all the people who live around the market. I don't think there's any choice now, but it's compulsory evacuation. So everybody is like us, sat here waiting for it to happen. It's raining now, quite heavy.
Yeah, maybe they cut the power because they know that it's coming.
Very often the power cuts here now are just short-lived. 15 minutes, 30 minutes. And we haven't had any real heavy winds, unless they've had some in the city, and it's wiped out the substation down there. But I wouldn't be surprised if the power comes back on.
No, I don't think so.
We'll have to wait and see. There's only the incubators where we really sensitive to power. Then after that will be the ice cream fridge. And then the freezer with the pork in, well, we can manage that. We can have a pork sale next 2 or 3 days and get rid of it. If the power's going to be off for a matter of weeks, we can sell all the pork. We're due to butcher next Sunday. Well, we won't butcher if,
No electricity.
yeah, we'll get all the pork sold out the freezer. It's frozen solid. I mean, that'll last a week before it completely defrosts.
You have one viewer na.
Oh, we got a viewer? No, we're
One.
not all alone, man. Yeah, I can hear all the frogs are singing. The bullfrogs make a hell of a noise when it rains. All the pigs are quiet, so they're not distressed at all.
Still watching.
With the rain we've had already, the tanks will be full to overflowing. We had the dog in here, one dog, Yoda. But the cats are fighting with her. A little kitten here. So there's 3 cats inside. The mother cat normally doesn't stay very long. Cholo's in the house. I took her off the chain. She'll be right. He'll be right. And Yoda, she was in here. We turned her out. She'll be under the cabin. If we get a lot of rain, we'll get her back in here because it might flood under the cabin.
There you are. Comments.
Yeah. It certainly helps, Spartan, if you cover the top of the glass freezers. All the supermarkets have covers nowadays for when they're shut. We don't have duvets, but we have a couple of light blankets.
Can you give me the other torch? This one's
But it's very quiet. I was expecting gale force winds by now. So a bit of an anticlimax, but I hope we don't pay for it later. But there's nothing to be done now. Done everything we can during the day. And if it does get really bad and things are starting to get damaged, just ignore it, sort it out in the morning. Time is 10:40, but this watch might be a bit out. The exact time will be on the screen somewhere, I would imagine. No, 11:40. Sorry, the watch is near enough right. 11:40. Yeah, the two I've got can be connected to a battery. I was talking about that last week, I think. I was going to get to connect it to a battery. I've got a battery on the truck, but it's an old battery. If I take it off the truck and put it on running two of them incubators, it's only going to last 2 or 3 hours. So the option I had was to buy 2 new batteries, big batteries, truck batteries. You get 12 hours out of them, say for example. And then if I bought 2 batteries, I'd have to buy a battery charger. And I decided I wouldn't bother. The next job for the incubators, I'll buy a new incubator. I'll buy a bigger one, but holds 48 eggs. And I can buy one with humidity control, automatic on, as well as the temperature control. And I can also buy one with a built-in battery, so that if the power goes off, it automatically clicks on. And the what do you call the batteries nowadays? The new batteries. I don't know how long they last on the incubators I've seen. I'll have to find that out. Lithium batteries. They do provide a lot of power for a lot longer than a lead acid battery. So I think that's the way to go. Rather than buying batteries and chargers, is to buy a new incubator. And that's what I'll do.
I forgot to put water in the bucket.
Water in what bucket?
There in the toilet.
All right, yeah. Yeah, it will flush once.
Yeah, I did not.
Yeah. But hopefully the power will come back on very shortly. Uh, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, now it's 11.
So 3 hours more for anything.
No, it's almost 12 o'clock.
Yeah, 2 hours. Evening, Martin.
Yeah, it's really night time because no light.
Yeah, yeah. Keep looking out the veranda, but there's nothing to see. It's that black. Yeah.
Wind blowing.
Yeah, the wind's getting up a little bit now. It seems to be coming in waves, similar to fronts coming through. It is a maritime climate here, so you get a lot of fronts coming through in the normal weather patterns, but of course this isn't a normal weather pattern. There's no thunder and lightning. That's one good thing. The only real concern I've got is a big tree just over that way.
Yeah, exactly.
No, point that way. Over that way. Over that way. But it's a big, strong tree. All the other trees which were a hazard to us down that way, we took them all down. They're all gone now. The other thing is a lot of rain is flooding down the bottom. They're pretty well sorted out with that now, I think. And the worst what could happen with flooding is it blows a panel out the fence again. But we've got drainage holes down there now which can cope with all that, I think. So I don't expect any problems down there with water. Yeah, we did have a good weekend. What the hell did we do this weekend?
Butchering.
Yeah, we butchered on the Saturday.
Sunday.
All the meat was sold by 7 o'clock. We've got one pig left to butcher. There's still quite a lot of pork in the freezer, more than what we thought actually. Because we had got it down a fair bit. But we sorted it all out and stacked it all neatly in the freezer. So we've more than what we thought. So we've probably got pork for the one we're butchering next Sunday. Probably got pork for 3 weeks. But the rain's here again now. I don't know if you can hear it now. It's heavy rain, but it's not a tropical downpour, which we very often get with thunder and lightning. It's a lot calmer than that. Sorry? I'll put all that down if you want.
You're gonna go inside now.
Yeah, go inside all day on the couch.
How about you? Are you going to go inside now?
No.
No, just in there.
2 o'clock. Heavy rain's coming. It's picking up a bit now, I think. But we've not been able to find out an estimated time when the cyclone crosses Cebu Island, have we? But the area we're in, we're on a red alert, which I think is 160 kilometre,
220.
160 to 220. Well, 200 kilometres is 120 miles an hour. I mean, I can't imagine what that would be like. But if we get away with the orange area, then that's 90 miles an hour. We can weather that reasonably well, I would think. Yeah, you can hear it, Martin. It does get a lot louder than that. The thing in the veranda, we've got ceilings in, so that does deaden it a little bit. But in the piggery in the house, it's deafening.
Seven watching.
Seven watching.
Mm. Come
No, he didn't. The waterman didn't deliver the water. But he did call in.
on. That's the reason they did.
And what happened was, he went down to the depot with his truck where they filter the water. And there was queues of people non-stop all day. So they couldn't get any water delivered at all to anybody. There was a non-stop queue for water
Panic
at
buying.
the factory. Panic
Rice. Yeah.
buying. Yeah.
Shortage of rice already.
And
Some groceries.
we had somebody, well, the farm next door wanted 6 bottles of water and Jean wouldn't sell him 6.
No.
She sold him 2.
Just to share with everybody.
And then that left half a dozen bottles left. And we sold the bottle to 2 or 3 other fellas at tea time. And I think we've 3 bottles left around there. We'll keep 2 for ourselves, and we can help one other person out with a bottle.
See, that's why they cut the power, because they know strong wind is coming.
Yeah, they did cut the power off intentionally on. Yeah, maybe. Is that what they're doing during the cyclone? I don't know.
Cut the power.
They cut the power off.
Yeah. Oh. Adrian.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're safe with no problems. As yet, we might encounter 1 or 2 problems as we go through the night, but we'll be right. I'm not worried at all. Quite relaxed about it. I keep looking around, looking outside, but there's nothing happening, just blackness. We're getting a few gusts of wind, but nothing to speak of. And it's steady rain. And we've had this 2 or 3 times since tea time. We've had rain and a little bit of wind, and then it's gone calm again, and then a little bit of wind and rain again, then calm again. But I think the typhoon is still over Leyte.
It's getting closer now.
It will be getting closer, and we won't feel it until it hits Cebu in full strength. Now we're about 5 miles from the coast, 8 kilometres or whatever. It'll hit landfall there, and it'll be a case of how much energy does it lose coming up the mountain. It might not lose any energy at all and we'll get hammered. But hopefully it will take a bit of sting out of it. And will fare better, obviously, if it does. It's not very windy at all, Adrian, so far. There's a bit of wind and it's gusting a little bit now, but it's not what you'd call a storm.
You can see outside. Where's the other torch? Come here.
Yeah, I think you could call it a storm. The wind's getting up now. It's bending the banana plants quite a bit. You see in the veranda now we've got these 84 sheets of plywood tie-wired to the side. Whereas when them are not there, you feel the wind passing through. Yeah, it is quite windy. So them plywood boards are sheltering the veranda quite well. Yeah, late is being hammered at the moment. And it all suddenly stopped, Adrian. That's because probably they're in the eye of the storm now. And after half an hour, it'll all start up again. So it's crossing Lakey now. And it's last I heard it was moving at 40 kilometres an hour, so maybe 2 hours it may be hitting the coast here. So I'll leave the live stream going, and don't have to say anything. And we'll record what happens when it does hit here and
Yeah.
document.
When it cuts off, it means that the laptop was.
Sorry?
When it cuts off, it means that the laptop was low bat.
Low bat.
Low bat, riba.
Yeah.
When it cuts off, maybe they're wondering where you go.
Oh, it shuts off.
Yeah.
No, well, we've plugged. Oh,
Oh no,
yeah,
electricity.
yeah. We've plugged in, but of course the power's cut. The other thing is we're on a hotspot to Jean's phone, and the mobile reception is very poor here, so the stream could go down at any time. But the battery on the laptop will be fully charged, I would imagine, so how long that will last, I don't know. But when it dies, it dies. But it's coming across Lakey now, so it should be hitting here in the next 2 hours or so. Fortunately, we're cooking with gas, so we can still get a coffee easily. Otherwise, Jean will have to go outside and light the fire.
You should buy a butane gas as well. A butane.
Gas cooker?
Oh,
No, I don't want that. The camping cookers, you're not supposed to use them inside.
yeah, but most people.
Yeah, they do here, but they don't have much choice. We always have a spare bottle of gas, and it ran out this evening, so we just changed the gas bottle this evening.
I don't know why it turned out so quickly.
No.
Because I'm cooking every day.
Yeah.
2-3 times a day. just for because with them I cook plenty, not just for me but also for them, Anna, them Min and
Yeah,
Ramin.
more people working on it.
Uh,
But the gas bottles generally last about 6 weeks. How much are they?
1,000 peso,
1,000 peso. What is it? 50 kilo bottle.
11.
11 kilo. The biggest bottles. Um, but this last one only lasted a month. But she's doing a lot more cooking. She cooks for the lady in the shop. Very often her niece is here. So she cooks for me and her. That's four. And we're short of firewood. So the two work fellows have cooked for herself. Well, Jean's cooking for them now. When I say cooking, boil some rice and a bit of soup, whatever she's eating, they eat. So it looks like it's going to hit Cebu in 2 hours' time. So I don't think this rain will stop now then. And it's windier than what it seems with these boards. These boards are sheltering us.
Then boards and then cartoons. If I didn't put the cartoon, we can feel the wind coming in.
Yeah. But everybody up Jean's mum's, Win and her nieces and her mother, they're all fast asleep. So they're obviously not bothered about it particularly. They don't care.
School.
Cool.
I tried to get my phone to make it not call because the cat was moving around. Still working.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yeah. Cats are hitting the feet. All the kittens are gone now, apart from one. They're all being rehomed. So this one's by itself, and it's got quite friendly now. I much prefer cats to rats. So we've got three now. One that hangs out mostly down the piggery. She's only acres around her. And then she'll disappear when she weans this kitten. But you always find her down the piggery. What one's enough in the shop? But a couple hanging around the house would be a good thing as well. But the other three kittens, Rammel took one, Wins took one, and ANEW, who lives next door to Win, she's got the other one. They're all doing well.
Yeah. Supposed to be now.
Hi Mike, in York, UK. Yeah, the wind's gusting a little bit now, and rattling the shutters, so it is picking up a little bit. Yeah, we're safe enough. No concerns there really. It's, there's bound to be some damage tomorrow. It's the case how much, I suppose, and what we have to do to fix it. I don't think they're going to have any structural damage. Maybe the chicken coops will get lifted. I think that's the biggest concern. I don't know if you can hear the frogs, the bullfrogs. They have a weird sound. I assume the bullfrogs. Oh, it made landfall over Haiti about an hour ago. Yeah, last I heard it was moving at 40 kilometres an hour.
Yeah, that's it. It's the typhoon.
So it might hit us in about an hour's time.
It's moving quick.
Yeah, it's come over, is it Samar?
Sama, yeah.
The outer island.
No, it's in there now.
And it's crossing the sea. Yeah, I would think this next hour, Michael, it'll hit us full strength. And it looks to me like last I heard, they reckoned it was going to go hit Cebu City, but it looks like it's a bit north of Cebu City. So it's going to be, we're directly in its path. But there doesn't look to be an awful lot of energy associated with it, really. And most of it's going up the seaboard as far as Manila. Most of the bad weather. We might be lucky. Who knows? And this is live satellite monitoring. So it's about to leave Leyte Island, it looks like. Oh no, how strong was it, Michael?
The hurricane in Jamaica, that was very strong.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Mm.
Now that's like Philippines, very shallow seas around there. I know the deep trenches in these seas around the islands here, but I would imagine that they're quite shallow for the most part. What's the cat doing? It was very, very quick going over Leyte. So that was good. Jamaican hurricane was travelling only 2 miles an hour. Ah, it was stationary right over Jamaica. Made landfall in Leyte, 185 miles an hour. Bloody hell. Yeah, rainfall's a killer as well. Much damage, Michael, in Leyte. Have you heard anything about loss of life or swollen rivers, landslides, anything like that? Start to abate, going to start, and it's 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. No, 1900 hours, 7 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, power's out in Leyte, many places, as you would imagine. So no contact for now. Well, the power's out here, but Jean reckons they've turned it off, which could well be the case because it went out before, well, still haven't been hit with the really heavy winds. So they could well have switched the power off. .22 meters a second. Yeah, that's quick, isn't it?
You listen to this one.
So,
You listen to this one.
Sa ating lahat, update muna tayo dito sa binabantayan natin bagyong si Nino mula sa nilabas
oh,
nating
the,
tropical cyclone bulletin kaninang 11 p.m.
It's 11 o'clock.
So itong si Nino ay over the coastal waters na ng Loreto, Dinagat
yeah,
Island.
it's got
May
past
taglay
12
na
now.
lakas na hangin na 150 kilometers per hour malapit sa sentro at pagpuso na umaabot ng 205 kilometers per hour. Ito'y kumikilos westward sa bilis ng 30 kilometers per hour.
Yeah,
30 kilometers per hour. It moves.
30 kilometers per hour.
Ngayon, meron din tayong other weather system na
Yeah,
nakakapekto
they've issued signal 4 warnings for all of Cebu, Adrian. Which is up to 160 kilometre hour winds, I believe. Or, no, 220. Up to 220. So 120 miles an hour up to. But I doubt we'll see that up this mountain. We're 5 miles from the sea. It's bound to take some sting out of it by the time it reaches us from the coast. You would imagine, or you would hope. We'll wait and see. Well, the little kitten's settled now. Sat on my knee. It's like Halloween, isn't it? Sat here in the dark with a candle. Look like a bit of a ghost. Yeah, I was talking on the video today. I remember it occurred to me. In 1967, I was in Glasgow at a place called Mulgai. Pronounced Mulgai, it's spelled Mulgavi, which is a suburb north of Glasgow. And then a big storm went through, 100-mile-an-hour winds, took a lot of roofs off. I was sat in a pub in Mulgai called it the Cross Keys, and the tarpaulins on the roof. Saturday night, everybody drinking, and I seen my first colour television there. Never seen one before. And then on the Sunday night, all the pubs them days were shut. So Sunday night you could get a drink in hotels. And a little hotel bar room, I don't know, maybe 6 meters square, and you'd 200 men in that room drinking beer because you couldn't get a drink of beer anywhere else. You couldn't get the bar. So the pints of beer were passed back over people's heads and the money was passed back. And the toilet was the same, you couldn't get to the toilet. So you can imagine. Yeah, I was up there with a mate out the army. Kerr they called him, his last name. We called him Speedy. He got issued with greatcoats and they had to sew the buttons on. And it took Speedy about 2 days, hence his name. I don't know, I can't remember his first name. Yeah, that's what I'm doing up there. Yeah, it's a good place to be at any time, Martin. Um, I don't frequent pubs now because I can't drink alcohol anymore. But I used to love a pint of beer, especially in Scotland, a pint of heavy. Yeah, I also had good beer in Scotland. Well, and north of England for that matter. You went to south of England, it was Watney's Red Barrel. I think they still sell that in Belgium. Right, it's rubbish beer was that. But them days, of course, in a pub you could have a cigarette as well. Game of darts, game of cards, game of dominoes, have a beer, have a smoke, have a natter, solve all the problems of the world. Yeah.
Five o'clock in the morning, it will land for around Camotes, the island near Danao and
Yeah.
some part of Cebu. 6:30 in the morning, it will landfall in Katmon, there near Carmen. 6:30
Yeah,
in the
James
morning.
saying now on the telephone there, 5 o'clock in the morning,
Mm,
6:30 up Carmen, which is just to the north of us.
yeah. And then 8 o'clock in the morning, it will go out Cebu. 9 o'clock in the morning,
Pass
it
over
will land.
Cebu in
Yeah,
to,
8 o'clock it will
yeah.
came out to Cebu. 9,
7
9 o'clock it will landfall again in Negros Occidental. Then 12 o'clock it will go out to Negros. 1 p.m. it will landfall again in Guimaras Island. 4 o'clock it will landfall in Iloilo.
so
3
7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be all over. But if it's leaving, if it's left later, I can't see it being 6 o'clock in the morning. It's going to hit in a couple of hours, I would have thought. Yeah, I'm on like bloody hell when the beer went to past £1 a pint. Um, I mean, Weatherspoons, I think, is the cheapest beer in UK now. Um, last time I was in UK, you could get a pint in there for about £3, maybe £4. But £7 a pint, well, you just can't afford to drink, can you? Um, Supermarket beer is what people drink now, and that never appealed to me drinking at home. The whole point of having a pint of beer was to be in the pub and socialising with people. And every now and again, you got too many too many drinks and fool yourself. Hey, you went in the following night and they're all yeah. I found that, Michael. It's difficult to get any up-to-date information, um, and a lot of it contradicts itself. And there's no live tracking. I didn't realise that. Yeah, the Wetherspoons pubs are quite good. Um, the meals are okay. They're cheap. Thank you, Spartan. You don't have to, but thank you. That'll won't buy a pint of beer, but it'll buy a cup of coffee or whatever. Yeah, that Pagasa website, we've been on there. But the weather at the minute is consistent. It's raining steadily away, and there is quite a strong, well, not a strong wind. There's a good wind blowing, but we're very sheltered with these 84 plywood sheets on the veranda. So it doesn't seem like there's a good wind blowing, but I can hear it rattling the shutters when they get a gust. So the weather's worse than what it appears inside the cabin at the minute. But it's not bad. It's not bad weather.
I really wanted to sleep.
Sorry?
I really wanted to sleep
Well, we can go to sleep if you want.
just here.
Hmm?
Just sleep here, sitting. I'll leave you the phone.
Yeah.
It's there. You're almost flat, so it's like 50 to put in
Oh,
the
50 pence to put in the meter.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have coin in the slot meters for electricity. Used to be a shilling, Martin, in the meter. For a shilling in the meter. I think we took shillings or 2 shillings.
You can do
And televisions are the same. You get a television where you put a shilling in television when they first came out.
you're almost flat, so
Yeah,
if
the
you're-
battery's almost flat. So
if you're gone, then it's low, but
if it when it cuts out, it cuts out. I'll leave it on. Going anywhere. Yeah, stay safe, Adrian. I'm not concerned at all.
someone
Our
send,
meter was 10 bob.
someone send you £3.
Michael, thank you. £3, that'll buy a coffee, thank you. You don't have to, you know. You don't have to. 10 bob in the meter. I've never seen 10 bob. A 10 bob note, that was paper money. We didn't have readers then. First super on the live stream, yeah. Two. We've got 2 supers. But we're not looking for him. We're definitely a full partner now because she's earning the money in the shop, not me. We're earning a bit of money with pigs and chickens. And with pensions, that will pay for the house. It's just a matter of time. It'll take as long as it takes. But I'm not going cap in hand on the internet.
Oh, can you buy this for me? Can you buy
Yeah.
that for me?
It's nobody's job but mine. Ours now. Because Jane's earning money now. We spent everything we had today on feed. Pigs paid for their own feed. On
Shop.
stock for the shop. The shop paid for their own stock.
Yeah, I spent 25 on the shop.
My money in the bank is still in the bank. And I'll have to decide after this storm and we get the eaves all done. what we're going to do next, but at least the money's in the bank to pay for the next part of the building.
The shop was paying the wages.
Yeah,
And
the shop and the
the
pigs are paying the wages.
The materials that was from the pig.
Yeah. Yeah, the pigs bought quite a bit of material. Well, the shop bought materials as well.
No, just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
But the pigs, that's the eaves, for the eaves.
But the pigs will slow down now because we've only got one left to butcher. We've got meat in the freezer that's still to come in. And I've got 15,000 of pig money to one side because end of December, £40,000, 40,000 pesos to pay for the next lot of piglets. So we got pork to butcher for the fiesta in April or May. And then we won't be buying any more piglets. We'll have a contained shed. There'll be piglets everywhere in the next 6 months. We won't know what to do with them. Yeah, thank you again, Michael. And Spartan. I think you have gone. We may well have gone. I may well be talking to myself. No, it's not come up. We've lost connection, so. But it's not going to be long before it drops out, I don't think. I can see one bar on the battery. So we'll keep going until it finishes, but whether we'll get any weather before it finishes, I don't know. That's right, Michael, yeah. Yeah, I'm a Yorkshireman. I have very deep pockets. That doesn't mean I've got a lot of money. They're just very deep. They're around that. I put my hand in my pocket, I have to fish around my ankle to get the money out. Yeah, we're still on, Stuart. Donald, rather. Windows double glazing. I'm not sure if you can get double glazing here. It will depend on cost. If it's not much more than single glazing, certainly put double glazing in. Keep the heat out. Yeah, we've got a male pig Adrian. We are going to grow it up into a boar. So eventually we'll have 7 sows and 1 boar.
What's the name of him?
Oh, James. James give him a name. The boar, that is. Tyke. Whatever. And short arms, yeah, Michael, yeah, very short arms. Yeah, I like the saying. It's not true about Yorkshiremen and Scotsmen, you know. Well, it maybe is a little bit, but I like this the saying. A Yorkshireman's a Scotsman with all the generosity squeezed out of him. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking what I could do with this computer when the battery does fail. I can put it in the little truck and charge it.
No, you can't.
Why?
Because
Oh no, it's not the same fitting, is it?
it's the same as the phone. The phone you can charge it.
Yeah. I doubt the power will come back on.
No.
Otherwise, I could have been able to charge the laptop and restart a live stream when it really does kick in, the typhoon, as it comes through here. But that might be 6 o'clock in the morning, but it sounds like it. What time are we now? 12 up to 1 o'clock. Yeah, I used to have power banks, but I haven't got any at a minute. But you know, I've got a mobile phone. I don't use it much. I take videos on it, and that's it. But I never use it for social media and this sort of thing. I don't engage in it really. This is all I do is this YouTube channel. Um, yeah, I've had generators in the past. They're very often handy. But the power bills now here, the shop is around 7,000 pesos a month. The piggery this month was 3,000 pesos. But that was high because we were doing a lot of welding down there. It's normally about 12 to 1,500 pesos a piggery, not a lot. And most of that would be because we working down there. But I'm now starting to think in the future it probably will be worthwhile looking at solar panels because the shop at 7,000 pesos a month, that's going to increase every time they add another freezer. It's going to keep increasing, so it probably will be worthwhile looking at solar panels. Two a.m. from Pegasa. Where's Pegasa, Jim? James asleep. Small. Well, we started off in the veranda here with about 1,000 pesos a month, and then we got the fridge and the freezer in, and I think we were running at about 3. And then we got the ice cream freezer in, and of course the sales picked up, and we put in a lot more bottles in the fridge, which is on full to cool them quickly to keep up with demand. And now we're running at about 7,000. But it's relative to sales. I mean, you know, the more you sell, the more your supplies are going to cost. But I mean, electric in the Philippines, it is cheap. 7,000 pesos, £100 a month. Oh, yeah. So it is, yeah. You're on about it before. But I've been watching the channel as well. The kitten's quite happy sat on my knee now. Sunday, eat some, Sunday. Yeah, I'm led to believe that the panels are a lot cheaper nowadays. Um, but the batteries are getting cheaper as well. The lithium batteries. But you need the controllers and everything. And it depends how much power you require. Whatever kilowatt hours we're using per month, we need to provide that plus a little bit more to future-proof it, and then we can price it up once we've worked that out. I'm a big believer in going over capacity a little bit. If you need I don't know what I'm talking about now, but if you need a 40 amp controller, um, it's no good putting a 30 amp controller in, or whatever wattage it is, or whatever, however they dress these things up. Yeah, obviously there can be a large cost for it. I know when they first started with solar, it wasn't as efficient as it is now, and the government gives subsidies, and it was cost effective to install these systems. But now, of course, in UK and Australia, they've withdrawn the subsidies, and they were talking about 20 years to recover the cost. Well, that's no good, because you'll never recover the cost in 20 years, because you're going to have to be replacing panels and maintaining the system. So at one stage, it wasn't worthwhile installing solar panels. But I think it's a bit different now, because the cost is a lot less and they're more efficient. Now, if there's one place in the world you can make a solar system pay, it must be on the equator, which we're on near enough here. So you do get lots of sunshine year round. If I think it's cost effective and it's worth doing, I'll do it. If I think otherwise, then I won't bother. I'll just pay my electric bills. £20 is the average pay that time, according to Michael. So current usage and double it for future growth. Yeah, that would sound a sensible thing to do. I just watched This one being installed in the Philippines on YouTube. Yeah, I've started to watch a couple of YouTube videos on solar power. I've no intention this next 12 months of installing solar panels, but there's no harm in looking into it, and if it's worthwhile, it maybe be 2 years down the track. Yeah, I've been looking like at one or two YouTube videos. You've got to educate yourself a little bit. It's no good approaching a firm doing solar systems and not knowing what you need. A rough idea of how everything fits together and what you can work out what you need yourself. Because the salesman will tell you anything. Especially in the Philippines, foreign fella. Yeah. You need to know what controllers and that you need. Filipinos tend to fit the cheapest things, and what you really need to do is fit the most cost-effective things, which very, very often means paying a little bit more for your components. Well, the wind's consistent and it is picking up strength a little bit. The rain's abated a little bit also. It's still raining. So it's approaching. This cyclone's approaching to definitely. I suppose all we need now is another earthquake. They'll have a hat trick of natural disasters. Now I shouldn't laugh really because they did lose quite a lot of life at northern Cebu. A lot of destruction up there. Yeah, the little light flashing on the computer. and the electric bolt symbol, I think it looks like, on the battery, so it's definitely coming to an end. But this will be on YouTube as a video, so at least family in the UK and Australia will be able to see it if they tune in. But I was hoping when I started the live stream to be able to do a commentary on the typhoon as it went through. It's the first one for me, first typhoon for me. But that's not going to happen. It's going to be next couple of hours, I think. Yeah, that sort of power bank, Martin. Yeah, I've seen them on. I watch a lot of boating videos, and I've seen them, like the size of a small generator. Yeah, I was thinking power banks, what you have for your mobile phone, that size. Yeah, one of them could be quite good. It's just flashed up. Battery's running low. You might want to plug in your PC. I've got it plugged in, but there's nothing coming out of the plug, unfortunately. Yeah, you can charge anything with solar nowadays, Martin. Yeah. There'll be lithium batteries and then power banks, we imagine. I believe now, I don't know how much they cost, but the truck batteries, size of the truck battery, the lithium ones, they are more affordable now. But you need somebody to set them up for you, I think, because they can be quite dangerous. And I would imagine I would want to build some proper housing for it outside the house. I believe them lithium battery banks with solar systems where you have them connected together can be quite dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, this weather's steady away. I would say on the old scale, to give maybe some people an idea, it'd be a gale force 2, something like that at the moment. And I'm expecting when the typhoon comes over, as we do will be gale force 8 and possibly plus. So I'm expecting bad weather. No, I wouldn't attempt marching to do it myself because I don't know that much about it, for one thing. But I know enough about it to know that you can have a big mullock if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, I'd probably if need be, put the solar panels on the roof. We're capable of doing that. But the actual batteries and controllers, no, I'm not getting involved with that. And I wouldn't have these fellas involved with that. But the weather's steady. It's not gusting. It's the gusts that do the damage. It's just a steady blow and steady rain. So hopefully it'll stay like that. It'll increase in intensity. But hopefully we won't get heavy gusts of wind. But we'll wait and see. By daylight we'll know exactly what's happening.